So did you color any Easter eggs? Did you color any hard-boiled eggs? Not everybody does, so it's not a big deal. Some people do, some people don't. That's all, okay? Okay. So did you color eggs? Yeah. I'm sorry? Oh, you got a coloring book instead. A lot less mess. Lot less mess. So what have you colored in it at all? Have you colored in it at all yet? Have you colored in it at all yet? And remember, is there a right or wrong answer to those questions, or am I simply trying to get you to talk to me? You haven't colored. You have plans to do it later today or just whenever? I'm just asking. Or you can simply say, I don't know. I don't have any plans yet. So do you plan on doing it in the next today, in the next few days, or just whenever? Next 3 days. You plan on coloring it all like crazy or just a little here and there? Okay. So what do you think we ought to do today? What do you think we ought to do today? Because obviously you will be writing, won't you? So what do you think you ought to write about today? Any suggestions? Or no idea right now? No idea? Well, that tells you what kind of idea that I have when I don't have any ideas either, do I? It's kind of why I was giving you the option of figuring out what you wanted to do. See if there was something you wanted to do different. Because I don't have anything planned. So let's see. What do you think we got? What interests you today? What interests you today? What interests you today? Ideas for coloring, maybe? Or you want to look at mixing colors? Let's look at this image. Hold on just a second. I'm trying to get the website. Okay. I'm going to put it in the chat, okay? Now, the reason I put it on the whiteboard is because I wanted to be able to zoom into it. Okay. Now, why do you think I picked colors? And specifically a chart? Why do you think I picked a chart? Because what did you say you were going to be doing? Why do you think I picked the colors? What? So, what did I show you this for? Because you're going to be coloring. And you can get shades of blue based upon, I'm not shades of blue, shades of purple based upon how much blue or red you put in. Your shade of orange, you can tell, is going to determine upon how much yellow and how much red you have. Okay. Now, what do you think I gave you colors today? What is this telling you about? Now you can see that they specifically started with blue and red. Here's blue again. Here's red again. Here's yellow and red. Okay. Now, another color, you can see how they went with green and red here for brown. But what do you have to start with for green? You have to get green first, and this add red. Can you tell me about which colors to start with? What colors to truly start with? What do you think? What color should you start with, do you think? What color should you start with, my friend? Talk to me. What colors do you think you ought to start with? Blue and green? What makes green, though? So we have blue, red, You said yellow. What other color? Which one did they use to mix a lot of different colors with? Here's red, red, and red. What did they use? Blue, red, and red. These are your primary colors. Okay, those are your primary colors. Now, what colors did you get with mixing colors? What colors did you get in mixing? What color? When you mix blue and red together, what do you get? Purple. Red and yellow gets what? Orange. Yellow and blue get what? Green. So your secondary colors are purple, orange, and green. Okay. Now, any other colors, you can get different shades of purple based upon orange and red. Different shades of orange you can get on red and yellow. Now, what do you get for brown? What colors do you have to mix to get brown? Because green is what colors? Blue and yellow, right? And red is, look at that, blue, red, and yellow together. So all the primaries you get brown. And to get a lighter color of blue, what do you add? How did you get pink? You add white to whatever color to get a pastel. Okay. So you see that? To get lighter colors, you add what? You add white. Give me just a second, okay? There we go. Now looking at this. Now you can see how I was looking at 3 colors, okay? So you can see how you get purple, red, and white gets maroon. And tangerine, you add more orange to your red and yellow. And lime is a lighter color of green. That's why you add white. Your sunflower is a type of orange. So you add more yellow to the orange, but you want to make it lighter, so you add white. And there you go, ocean mist, which means you're adding more blue because you want it more of a blue. You see how it's more blue than yellow or green? That's why they added blue to the green, but they all wanted to make it light, so they added white. Okay. Now, why do you think I picked? Why did I pick that one? Are you always going to be just mixing one color or 2 colors? Or do you want to think about how to add more colors? Talk to me. I'm sorry, I forgot to turn on my camera. I'm so sorry. Oh. Okay, give me just a minute, okay? Okay. Emma was getting sick, so I didn't want to have to clean up the floor. So what can you say about these 3 colors? Are you always going to want to be mixing? Just, do you only want red, red, yellow, and blue, plus your purple, green, and orange? Or do you want more colors than that? What do you think? You want to just, you want real limited colors, or you want more colors? More colors. So the more colors you have, the funner it is to color, isn't it? So, you want me to bring up the whiteboard? So what can we say about with this? Mixing colors does what? Mixing colors gives you what? So what are you going to focus in on? What can you focus in on, my friend? Can you focus in on? Talk to me. What can you focus in on with this? Mixing how many colors? So you could work on mixing primary colors, right? And mixing three colors, right? So mixing primary colors gets you what? Go back up here. What does it get? Mixing your primary colors gets what? Your, what does mixing the primary colors get you? The secondary colors. So mixing primary colors, secondary colors, right? And you mix primary colors. Looking at this, can you mix primary colors? What do you think, my friend? Can you mix primary colors? No, that's why they're primary. You cannot mix primary colors. Okay. So what does mixing 3 colors do? What does mixing 3 colors do? What does it do? It gives you versions of what? Of the primary, right? Is not maroon a type of orange? Is not maroon a type of orange? Yes or no? Yes. Is tangerine a type of orange? Yes. What is lime? It's a type of what? It's a type of green. Sunflower is a type of what? It's it's a bit yellow, but it's also what? Very orange, right? So sunflower is a type of orange. Ocean mist is a type of what? It's a type of blue green, isn't it? So mixing 3 colors gives you what? Oh, secondary colors, right? So what have I given you, my friend? What have I given you? A pre-rate. So what am I looking for? So what am I looking for, my friend? What am I? No, Gracie! Go! Grace! Here. No gun. Go. 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 Roll. Roll. I'm sorry about that. So what am I looking for, my friend? What am I looking for, my friend? Am I going to be looking, do you think I'm going to be looking for an essay or am I going to be looking for a paragraph? Paragraph. But what am I going to be expecting, my friend? What am I going to be expecting? What did I provide you in the chat? What was provided in the chat, my friend? So what am I going to be expecting? Sources. Because is this coming from your experience or from something else? It's coming from something else, right? Have you been exposed to color theory?
Oh,
No.
oh.
Hold on just a second. So when you write this paragraph, am I looking for one citation or more than one? More than one. And you have to remember where to cite it and the paragraph, right? Where do you put the citation, before or after the period? Where do you put the citation, my friend? Before or after the period? Talk to me. What do you think? Does it go before or after the period? Before the period. Okay. And you've been doing this long enough to know that. Okay. Now, do I expect you to call me and say, I don't know what I'm doing? Do I expect that, my friend? Or am I giving you something that you know how to do? Which one? Am I giving you something new? Is writing from charts something new? Yes or no? It's not new. Writing a paragraph is not new, is it? No. Is citing sources something new? Is citing sources something new? Yes or no? No. Now, when you do your sources, what do you think you're probably going to be putting? Probably just the website. Just putting that website there. Because if we go to those sources, and I'm going to blow it, colormeaning.com. Does that give you an author's name? Is there an author's name? Is there an author's name? Yes or no? No, there's not. Is there a name of this poster? Yes or no? Is there a name for this poster? Yes or no? No. Was this published on something like Facebook or Instagram? Yes or no? Because I got it off of Google. I did it on a Google search. So are you going to be putting any social media contact? No. So how are you going to list your source? What's needed? What's needed, my friend? I would say just probably the web address. Okay. So I'm going to put this here, and you probably need to write this down. when you so when you make source citation, I would mark color meaning and images template. Put today's date for when for date of sources. Okay. Get the copy down, okay? Okay. So with only writing a paragraph, am I expecting you to get it edited? With it only being a paragraph, I expect editing. Understand? What am I expecting? Did I lose you, Horace? Okay. What do I expect? Not just the paragraph and sources, but what do I expect too? Editing. I expect editing. Okay? So what am I expecting? Editing. Am I asking you to do a whole lot of writing or just some? I'm not even asking for a whole essay, am I? No. Okay? That's why I expect editing. Okay? So, my friend, is there any other questions? I'm keeping it pretty short today because I'm starting to feel not so good. Okay? So, when am I going to see you again? When? Wednesday. Okay? Do we have any holidays this week? I don't think so. Okay? So, I plan on seeing you on Wednesday. Okay, my friend? Have a blessed day.